Dave and Dujanovic.
Banning TikTok in the United States of America. I think it'll impact, certainly everybody who's using it just for fun, but also a lot of Utah moms and dads who are using it to make money. We're going to speak to one of them right now who's in studio with us.
Millions of Americans are making money on TikTok. Millions! So, yeah, if you start talking about banning TikTok, my heart starts racing because that's real money going into real pockets.
And this is really part of the story that we haven't talked enough about, that a lot of businesses use it to advertise their products and make sales. And moms like Marissa Ashby Faulkner, who's a Utah resident, who's live in studio with us right now, you're using it as a I'd say, a very effective income source. What was your thought when the House of Representatives passed this legislation that could ultimately end in TikTok's ban in the United States?
Yeah, it seems like this is the closest it's been to an actual ban, which is pretty scary, especially since it's my main source of income. But I am a content creator, and I make content every day of my life. And I think being a creator, I would move that content to other platforms and start growing a following on Instagram and YouTube, and probably even do daily vlogs on YouTube.
Well, I look at how many followers you have. You have 49,000. My Twitter has 4,000. So trust me, I know how hard it is to get followers. So the idea of losing that many followers that you have been trying to lure and bring in and excite, what are your emotions thinking all of that work could just poof go up?
It is pretty scary, but thankfully I've built a relationship with brands that I've already worked with in the past, so I wouldn't completely be starting from scratch in terms of making money from collabs and things like that. Mm-hmm. But there are other ways to make money. I do UGC, which is user-generated content, and you can make content for brands to post on their own platforms where you don't have to post it on your own, and that's another good way to continue creating content.
We're speaking live right now to Marissa Ashby Faulkner. She's a Utah mom who is quite popular on TikTok, and I saw one of your videos. I thought it had hit between the two videos you posted of the same situation involving your 4-year-old son. You're lighting this birthday cake for him, and the candle is just almost explodes.
Yes.
It just starts sending sparks, and it scared everybody. And that, I thought it got to close to 40 million views. You said it's more like in the 30. It's a lot of views.
Like 32 million or something.
Give us an idea of how you make money on TikTok, and maybe you can zero in on how much money that video has made your family.
Yeah, so there are a few ways to make money on TikTok. There's TikTok Shop, which is a product marketplace that TikTok has created where sellers list products and creators like myself can promote those products for commission. There's collabs where you can promote brands' products in a video, not for the product marketplace, but just to promote for buyers.
And they can go in and buy it, and do you get a cut
just
of
from
that?
the brand's website.
Okay.
And then you set a rate, and then the brand will give you that payment. And then there's views from the Creator Rewards Program, I think it's called now. And that video specifically got I made $6,000 or something from that video, and it's still earning, so that's great.
So you've already earned $6,000 for your family off of one video. And it still continues to make you money. Do you just open the app and you see, I've got another $400 or $500 in there?
Yeah. When it was first blowing up, I remember I would check it every morning. I would wake up and just see how much it made that night, and it's crazy. And I just got paid on that video, I think this past week. So it's crazy. It's surreal. That's been my biggest payment from views so far.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Your TikTok is hello, it's Marissa.
Yes.
And how often do you post, and how much time and effort do you put into this?
I try to post at least once a day, sometimes even multiple times a day, and it is a ton of work. It's honestly exhausting, especially as a mom and having a life outside of content creation and influencing. It's something that you're doing on top of your daily life, and
Sounds like a full-time job for
it's
you.
a full-time job. Yeah,
Is it worth it for the money you're making off of TikTok?
definitely. And I have fun doing it too. It's a lot of work, but it's fun and rewarding. So I prefer to do it over anything else that I've done in the past.
I know this has been a possibility for years. Going back at least 4 years, President Trump first brought it up, getting rid of TikTok. And it's kind of gone through these ebbs and flows, the ups and downs. How are you feeling right now? How worried are you? Because you've seen some of the worries before and they just kind of went away. How are you feeling right now?
I'm not incredibly worried. If it were to be banned, I would just keep making content. And I think, honestly, it would slightly be a relief because I can focus on just one other platform as opposed to posting on 3 or 4 different platforms, which is way more exhausting. But I've been looking into making daily vlogs on YouTube, and I think it would be a great opportunity.
So
to
one
start
door
doing that.
closes. If it does close, another one opens for
Yes,
you, and I think that's a
exactly.
great attitude. And as an entrepreneur, which you are, an influencer, you always have to be looking for different avenues. Whether you're an influencer on social media or you own a business, a brick and mortar store, you're always looking for different avenues to reinvent yourself. Do you worry about what Congress is worried about, which is China's influence on you and your family? I'm curious to know how that boils down in your life, or does it?
I don't. I'm not really that concerned about it. I mean,
You don't sense that connection or that concern that we've been hearing out of
The
DC.
security threats.
no. I mean, I'm not sure how much goes into that, but I mean, I know that there's a lot that the app does to, I guess, read your mind in a sense. You'll be talking about something with your phone around, and you'll open TikTok, and that very specific topic will be the first video in your feed, and it's a little bit creepy sometimes, but
Super
it's also
creepy,
kind
yeah.
of useful.
But you're like, I was talking about that.
Yeah. Well, you bring up some excellent points, and obviously your channel is taken off. You have tens of thousands of followers right now, and you're making some good money on it. And best of luck. Keep us posted, and we will continue to reach out to you as this legislation progresses. If it does, it's passed the House, but we don't know that the Senate's going to take it up back in Washington, D.C. But we appreciate you being here, Marissa.
Thanks for having me.
And Marissa, you're playing it super cool. Like, you're very big picture here. I think I'm more angry about this than you are because I know how difficult it is. I remember when Vine was a thing and I had a following on Vine and they chopped that thing off. I was so furious. You're like, well, one door closes, the next one opens. So best of luck to you.
Thank
Whatever
you.
does happen, thank you for joining us.